Have you ever noticed how someone only realizes your worth after you're gone? You give, you care, you're present, but she doesn't see it. Not until silence replaces your attention. Not until the warmth of your presence turns cold. And then, suddenly, she starts to miss you, deeply. Not because of what you said, but because of what you no longer say. Because absence, my friend, speaks louder than any word. This is where Stoicism comes in, a powerful, ancient philosophy that teaches us restraint, discipline, and inner strength. It teaches us that sometimes the most powerful move is no move at all. Today, I'm going to show you 4 life-changing realizations that make a woman miss you like crazy. Not by chasing, not by begging, but by stepping into your highest value as a man. If you want to truly leave a mark on her soul, stay with me till the very end. Number 1. She misses you when she feels the weight of your absence. Most men think presence wins hearts, but a high-value man understands this ancient Stoic truth. Your absence is often more powerful than your presence. When you're always available, constantly texting, always showing up, you become predictable. And predictable isn't attractive. The moment you pull back, not out of anger but from a place of grounded self-respect, she starts to wonder, where is he? Why hasn't he called? She starts to question what she took for granted. And in that space of curiosity, longing begins. Psychologically, humans value scarcity. The more rare something is, the more our brain assigns it value. This applies to attention, energy, and presence. When she feels the sudden void of your energy, she starts to crave it. This isn't about playing games. It's about honoring yourself enough to not overextend. It's about realizing that sometimes being silent, distant, and focused on your purpose creates more emotional impact than chasing someone who isn't ready to receive you. Let her feel the echo of your absence. Let her miss your calm, your strength, your grounded presence. That's when she starts to feel the true weight of losing you. Number 2, she misses you when she sees you're not waiting anymore. There's a moment when she expects you to wait for her text, her change of heart, her validation. And most men do. They linger in emotional limbo, hoping for her to come back, to choose them again. But not the Stoic man. When you stop waiting, truly stop, something shifts. You're no longer attached to her reaction, to her approval. And that shift? It's magnetic. She suddenly realizes, he's moving on. He's no longer mine to delay. Psychologically, this creates a powerful effect called loss aversion. People feel the pain of losing something much more intensely than the joy of gaining it. When she feels that you're no longer emotionally available, it creates a deep sense of urgency. The man who walks away to focus on his own mission, to build, to grow, to evolve, that's the man who becomes unforgettable. Women aren't drawn to desperation. They're drawn to certainty, to quiet strength, to self-prioritization. So, don't wait in the shadows for her to turn around. Walk into your light. Let her see you thriving without her. That's when she'll start to miss you in ways she never expected. Number 3, she misses you when she realizes you were her safe place. Women may flirt with excitement, drama, and novelty, but what they truly long for is emotional safety. When you were with her, you brought calm. You were stable, grounded, thoughtful. She may not have noticed it in the moment, but when the noise settles, she will. You were her anchor in a chaotic world. You didn't react, you responded. You didn't yell, you listened. You didn't try to control her, you stood firm in your own values. That emotional, stoic consistency, it's unforgettable. Psychologically, this is called emotional imprinting. When a person subconsciously connects strong feelings with someone who provided them. Over time, she may find herself comparing every new man to you, and none of them feel as safe. She'll remember the quiet way you looked at her, the way your presence made her feel grounded, the way you didn't get pulled into petty arguments. That's when she realizes you weren't just a man, you were her peace. And peace, once lost, is something we chase for a lifetime. She'll miss you, not for what you did, but for how you made her feel in her most unguarded moments. Number 4. She misses you when you become unreachable, not physically, but emotionally. The moment you grow past who you used to be, the version of you she knew, you become unreachable. Not in a cruel way, but in a transformative one. You rise, you evolve, you build mental fortresses from your past pain. Suddenly, she's calling the old you, and no one's answering. You're no longer there, because you've become something more, someone with purpose, focus, direction. This is what Stoicism teaches. The man who masters his emotions, who doesn't get pulled into emotional storms, who lives for something greater than validation, becomes rare. And what's rare becomes irresistible. Emotionally, this taps into the fear of disconnection. When she senses you've outgrown the past, when you're no longer the same man who waited, pleaded, or hoped, she feels that gap. And in that gap, desire is born. You've now become a mystery, a man who can't be controlled, predicted, or manipulated, a man who's on a path of his own. And paradoxically, that's what pulls her in. Not your availability, but your emotional independence. She misses you, not because she can't find you, but because she can no longer reach you. Conclusion. The truth is this: you never need to make someone miss you. You just need to become someone worth missing. That's what Stoicism is all about. Not manipulating, not begging, not performing, but becoming so deeply rooted in your own value that anyone who leaves will eventually feel your absence like a ghost that lingers. Let her miss the way you listened. Let her miss the way your presence calmed storms. Let her miss the way you were unshakable when everything else was chaos. Not because you forced her to, but because you chose yourself. So don't chase, don't wait, don't crumble. Rise. Rise in silence, rise with purpose, and rise into the man she can't replace, even if she tries. That's the ultimate Stoic secret. If this message hit you deep, share it. Comment below with what you're walking away from and what you're rising into. Subscribe for more powerful insights into self-mastery, masculinity, and emotional strength. Remember, a woman misses a man who never needed her to begin with. Be that man.